Hello, this is ChoWorld. In this presentation, we will look into why Warren Buffett strongly recommends index funds. The reason is precisely that there is a high possibility of making a mistake in your investments. First, let's briefly summarize the investment strategy that Buffett always emphasizes. He has advised the majority of investors, about 99%, to steadily buy into index funds. On the other hand, for the top 1% of investors who have exceptional expertise and analytical skills, he suggests concentrating on the 5 best stocks. This implies that selecting the right stocks accurately is quite difficult. An investor asked if I buy about 20 of the top blue-chip American stocks like Coca-Cola, P&G, and Johnson & Johnson, wouldn't that be better than an index fund? Buffett's answer was ultimately that there would be little difference compared to an index fund. Why is that? According to Buffett, the key is to avoid the wrong stocks and the wrong timing. Index funds automatically offer broad diversification, which greatly reduces the risk of mistakes. Buffett advised that after his death, his wife should invest not in Berkshire Hathaway, but in an index fund. His top priority is ensuring she never worries about money. He also revealed that all Berkshire stock he owns will be donated to charities. There's an interesting anecdote about his Aunt Katie. She bought a house in Omaha for $8,000 and lived in it her whole life. But thanks to Berkshire, she ended up not with just a few $1,000,000, but becoming worth tens of billions of one. Even so, she used to send letters every few months worrying about running out of money. Buffett jokingly replied that unless she lived to 986, it would be hard for her to go broke. This anecdote shows just how important peace of mind is in Buffett's view. Charlie Munger also loves Berkshire, but he believes that for most people, it's difficult to beat large-cap diversified portfolio like an index fund. He stresses the so-called principle of staying within your circle of competence, focusing only on what you truly understand. One example Munger often cites is the story of young lawyers asking, "How can I quit the law firm and become a billionaire?" This is a prime example of aiming beyond one's own capabilities and time. The following Mozart anecdote is in the same vein. A young man once went to Mozart and said he wanted to compose symphonies. "How should I do it?" he asked. Mozart discouraged him, saying he was still too young. The young man then retorted, "But master, you wrote symphonies when you were 10. Mozart replied, "That's true, but I never asked anyone how to do it." In other words, true skill is built by ceaseless self-exploration and experience. In this way, both Buffett and Munger emphasize that to grow into an outstanding investor, curiosity, hard work, and strict self-evaluation are essential. Simply asking for shortcuts isn't enough. You need in-depth knowledge and an understanding of your own abilities first. Ultimately, for most people, the most practical choice is to invest in this entire market via index funds, clearly recognizing one's own limitations and taking a long-term perspective. This is precisely what Munger refers to as staying within your circle of competence. In conclusion, Buffett and Munger's message is clear. If you're not an expert and you want to avoid worrying about money in the long run, index funds are the safest choice. The key is to resist temptation around you and maintain a long-term outlook.